You bounced back with a win tonight, and after the last game, you were talking about shooting percentage. Your percentage goes up about 21 points. You get about 21 more points on the scoreboard. What changed offensively between your last game and tonight?
I think hopefully focus and desire. I think when you shoot, first of all, what we shot the last game, it couldn't do anything but go up. I mean, we couldn't hit anything the last game, and that was frustrating. When you have a game like that, you just wait for the next game because you want to go out there and play, you want to go out there and improve. And I felt like we had a couple good practices leading up to this game. I felt like we were focused, but most importantly, I think our defense is really what kind of got us going. We got our hands on a lot of balls today, got a lot of steals. When Gabby Wilkins got in the game, she was just everywhere. And sometimes you got to create offense from your defense, which is what we did today. You
mentioned the defense. You hold them under 30% shooting from the floor and 1 for 16 on three-pointers for 6.3% from long range. What was the key to your defensive approach today?
Well, we were just scrappy. I mean, scrappy, gritty defensive team today, getting after it. Our game plan going into it was 40 minutes of defensive pressure. We felt like in the previous games that we didn't have great on-ball pressure. We felt like we needed to pick up our on-ball pressure, and we did that today. I thought our point guards did a good job there, and especially when Kristen Askew came in the game, thought she had nice on-ball pressure. And also I've got to commend our people coming in off the bench. I thought we got great production from people coming in. We got scoring production. We got defensive production. And it's nice when you can play a lot of players, but not only play a lot of players, but get the production.
You mentioned Gabby Wilkins. She's just a freshman, but today she breaks the all-time SMU record, Cherie Shepard's old record, with 10 steals in a game. What does she do that makes her so effective on the defensive end?
She is, well, first of all, she covers so much ground and is so quickly. She covers, I've never seen somebody cover ground like she does, and going from point A to point B. And she always has her hands in the passing lane. She's very intimidating if she's defending you. She's going to get her hands on a lot of balls, and she's going to, I love the stat where you keep the stat where how many deflections a player has, then how many deflections result in turnovers, and that's something that I'm big on, because those are creating second and third opportunities for your team. And she created a number of opportunities, scoring opportunities for our team with her defense. But I think I think she's very confident on defense. That's the other thing. There's still a lot she's learning, the angle defensively, approach, and I think the biggest key with freshmen is the speed of the game. I think sometimes they think they can get away with some things, and they realize, and then they get beat. But Gabby, she definitely knows how to cover some ground.
So many people get so caught up with points and rebounds and assists. Was her defensive ability the thing that attracted you the most to her when you were recruiting her?
Oh, we did sign her as a defender, but a transition player. She had a double-double, and all the double-double was all in the right column, with the steals and the points. But you don't see a double-double in steals and points too often. That's kind of unique. But she's an exciting player. She's a player that I think has a very, very bright future here, and I think she's a player that's going to get better with every game. And she's very competitive. That's the other thing. Her desire to win. You can see her get mad when she missed a free throw, and I like that. That's the type of player you want to coach.
How important was it for you to get a decent-sized lead and able to sit some of your starters for a few minutes here and there in the second half when you're bouncing back tomorrow with another game in 24 hours?
Well, that's huge. Of course, I was getting antsy a couple times when we had the lead, and then we put people in, and maybe combinations, they didn't gel as good as you'd like them to, and then all of a sudden, before you know it, it's a 12-point lead, 13-point lead. And really, with the three-point shot, that's not much. People think double-digit lead, no problem, but in reality, teams can get points so quickly. We're just fortunate they missed some of those threes, because they had a couple good open looks against our zone defense.